want to thank the Illinois Freedom Caucus and Independent Women's Forum for organizing this conference here today. My name is Paula Scanlan, and I am a recent graduate from the University of Pennsylvania, where I was a member of the women's swim team. My senior year, a male individual named Leah Thomas was allowed to compete for the women's team. I know firsthand the dangers of allowing men into women's spaces, and when I first heard about what happened at the Springfield YMCA, I was heartbroken. I began my swimming career at our local YMCA in Connecticut. Growing up, swimming for the YMCA was a highlight of my childhood. I was able to be a part of a community of people I knew shared my values, beliefs, and passions. I have seen many different communities crumble by allowing men in women's spaces, and I never thought the YMCA, a community meant to uphold Christian values, would fall to this. Yet here we are. Communities like the YMCA are meant to protect young girls, yet they have normalized exposing them to males in spaces where they are most vulnerable. From a young age, my mother would take me into the locker room and help me change for practice. As I got older, I started to feel more comfortable entering the locker room on my own. Locker rooms are a place where you become comfortable with being vulnerable. And my YMCA, I always felt safe and protected. It breaks my heart that other girls across the country are not awarded these same protections.
Come on, that's right.
As women and girls, we deserve to feel safe in our own spaces and have the right to privacy and respect, especially when young girls frequent them. When I heard about what happened to Abigail Wheeler, I knew it was important for me to stand behind her and support her. The YMCA swimming community brought me so many opportunities, and to deny even one girl from that is a great injustice. It is important we come together now and stand up for what we know is the truth. The truth that men in women's spaces is wrong, unsafe, and unfair.
Yes! Come on!
The message the YMCA of Springfield has sent to all women is that our safety doesn't matter,
Right.
nor does our privacy, our fairness, our equal opportunities, or our dignity.
Right.
I, along with the Independent Women's Forum, urge the YMCA of Springfield, Illinois to reconsider their policy. Males have no place in women's locker room among females, especially minors, teenage girls, and even younger.
Yes.
Additionally, no girl should be kicked off her swim team for using her First Amendment right to free speech. The YMCA of Springfield needs to be held accountable, and they should admit to wrongdoing for their treatment of Abigail Wheeler and the other young girls on her swim team. I am so proud of Abigail for finding her voice and standing up for the truth, and I urge every young girl that is in a similar situation to do the same. We all must work together to protect all girls and women across the country, and with the help of legislators and passing of legislation such as the Women's Bill of Rights, we can. I now just have a few words from Riley, who is unfortunate that she cannot join us today, but she did give me some things she wants to share, so I'm going to read that on her behalf. A few weeks ago, I got a call from my former teammate at the University of Kentucky and one of my best friends still to this day, Caitlin Wheeler. She was in tears, describing what her sister Abigail went through on her swim team at the local Springfield YMCA. Although Caitlin was impacted in essentially the same way at our NCAA championship regarding the infamous Leah Thomas situation. She expressed when it had happened to her sister, her altruistic instinct kicked in, and she knew they couldn't just sit back and knowingly let this happen to another girl. I'm proud to stand shoulder to shoulder with these brave women in this fight. We are a team, and this team is being heard.
Yes!
We as women demand respect, privacy, safety, and fairness in our sports. To compromise that in any way can only be described as utter misogyny. Why are we being made to feel guilty for not wanting to undress in front of, while simultaneously being exposed to, a naked male? Why are we called transphobic for simply wanting fairness and equal opportunity in our sports?
There we go!
People always wonder why more women, especially the female athletes directly impacted by these issues, aren't speaking up. This is why. They don't want to be labeled as a bigot or suffer the consequences for daring to ask unanswered questions.
Do not be afraid.
Yeah.
Shut up. Yeah. Don't stay silent.
Consider this a public request for Coach Tatora and Angie Soul to admit the wrongdoing by punishing Abigail for merely wanting a women's locker room specifically for females. If leaders cannot find it in themselves to defend our girls, then we need different leaders and laws like the Women's Bill of Rights. And other protections for women's equal opportunities. Our next generation of girls deserve to see themselves as champions. And it's time we find our voices like Abigail has.